Hello HCISD, I'm Art Cavazos, your Superintendent of Schools. Joining me today are the top 10 students from Early College High School. Their placement on the top 10 represents their hard work throughout these past 4 years and their dedication to reaching the goals they've set for themselves. We take this time to visit with them about their experience in our schools and showcase their achievements while providing our future graduates with words of wisdom as they continue their pursuit of academic excellence. To begin, I'd like to go around the room and ask the students to introduce themselves, name all the HCISD campuses they have participated in, and what are their plans after high school graduation.
My name is Dylan McNutt. I've attended Bonham Elementary, Vernon Middle School, and of course Early College High School. In the fall, I plan to go to the University of Texas at Dallas to pursue biomedical engineering.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
My name is Danielle del Bosque. I have attended Long Elementary, Zavala Elementary, Stewart Place Elementary, and I'm currently at Early College High School. Following graduation, I will be attending the University of Texas at Austin to pursue a Bachelor of Science and Arts in Public Relations as well as Biochemistry.
Awesome. Hook 'em horns, right?
My name is ELYSA CHAPA. I attended Long Elementary, Memorial Middle School, and now I'm at Early College High School. In the fall, I'm going to UTSA, where I'm going to major in biology and then hopefully continue into medical school.
Great choice.
My name is Maria Sanchez. I've attended Vernon Middle School, and I'm currently at Early College High School. In the fall, I plan to attend UT Austin and major in chemistry.
Good for you.
My name is Elise Chapa, and I attended Long Elementary, Memorial Middle School, and currently I'm at Early College High School. I plan to attend the University of Texas at San Antonio and plan on majoring in biology.
Congratulations.
My name is SASHA Vargas, and I've attended Wilson Elementary, Rodriguez Elementary, Gutierrez Middle School, and I'm currently enrolled at Early College High School. And I plan to pursue my education at the University of North Texas and pursue a degree in education.
Great. Come back and we'll hire you.
My name is Ryan LIRA. I've only been a part of ECHS and HISD, and I plan on going to UT Dallas to study computer science.
Wow, are you all going to room to... Oh, anyways, you are awesome.
Hello, my name is Samuel KULLMER. I attended Rodriguez Elementary, Gutierrez Middle School, and now Early College High School. And in the fall, I'm going to be going to University of Texas at Dallas to pursue information technology and systems.
Congratulations, great choice.
Well, hello, my name is Elia Law. I've attended Stewart Place Elementary, Rodriguez Elementary, as well as Gutierrez Middle School, and now I'm at Early College High School, but I did take a semester abroad. And now I'm going to pursue my education at UT Austin, in the McComb School of Business, and hopefully pursue a degree in international business and Russian.
Great choice, great choice.
Hello, my name is BRIANNA Ramirez. I attended Wilson Elementary, Gutierrez Middle School, and Early College High School. And in the fall of next year, I'll be attending UTRGV where I'll be finishing my bachelor's in exercise science and try to pursue my career in becoming a doctor of physical therapy.
Super nice. Now, you all are in a unique school that gives you an opportunity to attain your academic core or an associate's degree. By a show of hands, how many of you attained your academic core or an associate's degree out of TSTC? Super nice. Congratulations to you all. You all are setting the bar really high for our public school system, so very proud of you. Now, we realize that being on the top 10, you all are very accomplished academically, as you showed by raising your hand. Can you share with us what other activities you have been involved in throughout your high school years?
I've been involved in the National Honor Society, Ecology Club, Class Cabinet, Art Club, Media Club, Yearbook Club, all through my 4 years of high school.
So very involved.
Yeah.
All right.
I as well, like high school-wise, I did, as an underclassman, I did drama, ecology, only for 1 year though, and then I did for all 4 years of high school yearbook and Relay for Life. I ended up being president this year, so it was kind of fun. And then out of school, I was a Lower Valley Cotillion member. I have been taking private piano lessons, and then I did a foreign exchange program through Rotary International, and I studied abroad in Italy.
So if we rolled in a piano, you could play us.
Probably.
All right, awesome. Anyone else?
I'm a part of National Honor Society. I'm treasurer for Senior Class Cabinet. I'm also a member of Action Team, which is a community-based organization. I'm also a part of Ecology, and we do lots of recycling, thanks to Abby. And I'm also part of Drama.
Congratulations.
I've been doing chess, engineering, all 4 years. I've been the acting treasurer of engineering for the past 3. I've been the president of chess for the past 2 and the treasurer 3 years ago. I've done tabletop. I've been the treasurer and the president now. Last year I was the junior class treasurer. I'm the current treasurer of NHS and been in NHS since the end of my sophomore year.
So you've been handling a lot of money. Now, what are you studying? To be a business guy? Or
Yes.
Yes. So you've been very involved. Tabletop, is that your tennis? Your
No, it's a mainly we do Dungeons and Dragons. It's very
and
social.
you're the president of that club.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Anyone else?
Well, my sister and I were both in soccer at Harlingen High School for like the first 3 years of high school, and I've also been in the drama club for 4 years, student council, NHS. I'm the historian for the senior mentor organization at our school, and I just really enjoy my time there.
So what's very evident is that although you all are attaining college courses and your associates or your academic core, you all are still very involved students in different programs. So congratulations to you. So have you all seen the billboard? What was your initial reaction when you first saw the billboard?
I think when I first saw the billboard, it was like very surreal, like because you're being recognized for all your hard work, and people are finally going to see it. So I was really happy, and like just I saw my face.
So did you take all your friends and family and say, "Get over
I took
here"?
all my family, and we took a picture of it, and we sent it to everyone.
You climbed the billboard. I was going to say you were really happy. That's awesome. So your whole family went out there.
Yeah, they were really proud.
So what other initial reaction?
As for me, after the Top 10 banquet, my family and I went to go check out the billboard, and I felt really honored to see myself up there because I've been working hard, and I know everyone else here has been working hard, so it's really nice. I feel honored to be with everyone here because I know how hard they work and how smart they are, so it was a good experience.
It's a beautiful billboard. You all did an awesome job. Anyone else, first reactions?
I know from
Other than, wow, that's a big picture.
I was kind of relieved. I got some sense of finality. We've been working for this for 4 years now, and to finally see it on a billboard, you know, for everyone in Harlingen to see, it's quite relieving.
It's kind of humbling, right? I mean,
Yes, sir.
I'm sure people that you had forgotten that know you call you and say, "Hey, did you know you're on a billboard?"
Right?
Who else went out there to see it?
I know for me it was kind of nice because when I was in 8th grade, I had a friend tell me, "Sam, you got to get on there. Like, you can do it." And I was like, no. I guess I'll work at it. And then to finally be able to see myself up there felt so nice. And see, all my friends we've known since freshman year.
Imagine how proud your family is. Yeah, right. So, other reactions?
I also went after the Top 10 banquet, and I went out there and I started crying because I was like, wow, it finally happened. And then I texted like all my friends and I was like, I love you guys because you guys got me here.
That's awesome. So you all are a big support group for each other. That's great. So what is your response when people ask you, how did you become part of the Top 10?
Hard work, long hours.
What's that?
Hard work, long hours.
People don't realize that.
You know, I think it's like it also has to do a lot with sacrificing and prioritizing. Like sometimes you have to turn down going to the movies to study or something, and it's not like the end of the world. It like is always worth it in the end. I know some of my friends would sometimes get mad at me or my sister and I and say, "You guys never hang out with us. You guys don't have time." And it's like you have to like put what's important first, and it pays off when you see the billboard. It's all worth it in the end.
What do you tell them? I'm not at the movies, but look where I am. No. What do you tell them?
In all honesty, to me, I think the most important thing in getting here has been building really strong support groups, and I can say that I am thankful to everybody who is sitting here with me today, because there has been some point where I have probably come to each and every one of you to ask for help with something, and you have always been there, and I am so grateful because I could not be here without the help of all my friends and colleagues, and so to be here together with them after all that we've helped each other through and, you know, come through together, it's really an honor to be together and to be on that billboard together as well.
Very well said, and the mere fact that you all have received your academic core graduation opportunity or associate's degree really says a lot about you all, your persistence, your resiliency, and this whole support group. That's so important. So what do you say when they say, how did you get on the top 10?
Ooh, well, I mean, it's kind of a hard question to answer at times because you kind of just do what you feel is right. I mean, for example, like she was saying, like we have to prioritize. So it's either hang out with friends or watch Netflix or go do something else, anything else, or sit yourself down, take the time and study. And so it's just a lot of time management and a lot of prioritizing. And there will be times where you need to balance everything because most of us have not just social and academic lives, but we have, like, we go volunteer. Like, for example, like I always volunteer at the museum, or like we have church and we have to go into our youth groups. And so it's just a matter of getting everything in order and seeing what's worth it. And really, academic-wise, it's good to prioritize the academic life.
Kind of to your point, prioritize and what's important.
Right.
And sometimes movies, they're not even that.
I think what also it takes is we have the dedication and the passion, and we understand like what it means to like be in top 10. So I feel like we all had the passion and dedication to do that.
So you all were in elementary, middle school. So do you see some of those friends and do they say, how did you get to be a top 10? No,
I'm with them right now.
Yeah. So you all have known each other for a long time.
All of us went to the same middle school.
Yeah, we all went to the same middle school, and then Sasha, Sam, and I have been in elementary school together.
Wow, so you brought your friends with you. That's important. So you all were a group that chose to go to one of our specialty high schools that has a very specific focus, and that's to persist in college, your first 2 years. And so as you think about the decision that you made to go to the specialty high schools, or all the decisions that you've had to make, if you could, would you do anything different?
Looking back, I think I would have balanced my life a lot more because my freshman and sophomore year, I believe, were my most stressful times because I was transitioning into early college high school, and it was so different from middle school. So I wasn't involved in any activities at school my freshman and sophomore year, and it wasn't until my junior year that I realized that colleges look into that. So they don't just look at my GPA or my ranking, they look at my involvement and my leadership skills. So if I could change anything, I would definitely be more involved in school my freshman and sophomore year.
Start earlier in your involvement.
And I was the opposite. Like, I was very involved freshman and sophomore year, but come junior year, I started sort of slacking off, slowing down. I'm like, all right, we're getting to the finish line. I don't have to try as much. And then I realized that junior year when I got back, I was like, wait, I need to get back to it because now this is the high time that colleges will start looking at me.
And it's so true. You know, the colleges, kids are going to have the GPA. It's what sets you apart. What are some other things that you're doing? Anyone else would have done something different?
For me,
you can't say another sister because she's sitting here. You have to be nice, so.
I think I recognize the hard work that we had to do going to ECHS, but I don't think I regret anything because I'm really proud of where I am right now, and I think that everything I've done has led me to be here. So I can't regret what I've done because now I'm where I am now.
Good for you. Anyone else? You go ahead.
Around the first few years I got into ECHS, it was a lot of trying to get to know people, having a bit of fun. So I wasn't taking my classes as I should have. And I ended up getting a B in Spanish, one of the first college courses I took. It is the only B I have in my record for TSCC. If anything, I would have probably tried to, I don't know how I would have, but I would have probably tried to get an A in that class.
Wow. So did you tell your professor in Spanish, that's the only B I got? No.
I didn't get an A. So
Oh, you didn't. Well, so start strong is your message.
start
You know,
strong.
Take care of all your
Yeah.
classes, not just some of them.
It gets easier, so.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I know for me it was kind of like what Sasha said. It was just time management. It wasn't until about this year that I finally learned how to better organize myself to make sure, you know, because to me I've learned relaxing is very important. Because I used to go like
As long
Monday,
as that's
Tuesday,
not all
Wednesday.
you do,
Yeah,
right?
it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'd be like hardworking, and Thursday, Friday I'd just have nothing. So I learned how to space things out and make sure I get things. You know, I've always turned everything on time, but I made sure in advance. I made sure, you know, I spread it out to make sure it wasn't too much work at once, and to fine line, you know, things since I'm doing it earlier and a little bit safer.
Wow. Awesome lesson.
To kind of add on to what Ryan said about the critical nature of the first couple years, I think what a lot of people overlook, at least at our campus at Early College, is how critical, in fact, those first 2 years are, because you think, oh, you know what, these are the years to get our high school courses in. But when you really come to realize, those are really the only classes that are weighted, like where you get a 95, 96, 97, and slacking off in those 2 years can really hurt you, because as you go on and you start taking more of your dual classes, you really only get an 85 and 95 because you get a letter grade, and that's really it. So those first 2 years, even though you're transitioning and you're trying to get used to all this, it is really important that you buckle down and work, because if you don't, that can shatter you from the beginning, and I feel like a lot of incoming people don't realize that. So I would like to really stress that if you're considering us as a campus and as your home, to really apply yourself those
That's
first couple
incredible.
years.
That's a very good point. You were asked 2 or 3 years from now to name a teacher that inspired you, that helped you turn a corner, or to name a teacher, in your case, maybe a professor, who you will remember that truly made a difference in your life. Who would it be?
I would say Mr. Hernandez at TSTC, because I took chemistry with him and then chemistry lab. And that's when I really learned that I love chemistry, and so I decided that I want to do chemistry at UT. So he really made a difference in my life.
And he's one of the professors at TSTC? Great.
I always feel that I've had a strong connection with the English teachers that we've had on campus at Early College. And so, firstly, I'm thankful to Miss Poppy, our English instructor now, for always being supportive of our endeavors, for guiding our class cabinet, and for constantly going out of her way to help us succeed in our English courses and also in our careers in college. She's always going over our resumes, making sure that our essays that we're turning into TSTC are flawless. She's so good about that, and she takes on an immense amount of work just to help us succeed in that way. But I would also like to thank a different English teacher that we had, and he was only with us for a while, but his name was Mr. Rodriguez, and he challenged us like you would not believe. He was a huge forward thinker, but I'm really I'm grateful to him for always encouraging me, and I think without him I probably wouldn't have the self-confidence in the work that I put forward that I do now. And so he was a really great influence on that part of myself.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I think it's safe to say that everyone appreciates Miss Poppy.
Yeah.
But on another note, I mean, I also appreciated most of my TCC professors, especially Steven Slagle and Kikos. That's what we would call him. Kikos was my Brit Lit and my Composition 2 professor, and then Slagle was for both Texas and American government. And then kind of go 6,000 miles away, and then my English professor in Italy, Matteo Perizzi, he was also a great influence for me, because he just taught me so much about how the rest of the world works and how much connected we are, even though everyone's so far apart.
What an impact, right?
Yeah.
So.
Apart from Miss Poppy at ECHS, I also think Miss Jimenez is a huge support system for us, especially us seniors. Well, actually for all students, she just is such a strong voice that really speaks out for us, and she always tries to help us whenever she can. She's just such a good teacher and such a good person. She's so nice, and I'm really thankful to have her in my life.
Great, great.
And when I began high school, I had the idea that I wanted to go into engineering, but I didn't really know much about it because I never had the opportunity. So I would definitely like to thank Mr. Rigdon, the physics and chemistry teacher at Early College High School, because he ran the engineering club all 4 years that I've been there. And that really opened my eyes to the field. I learned a lot of the fundamentals, you know, what you can expect in the professional world. And when we started it was run by 2 teachers, and it was a big club because we're part of the best robotics competition, and we field a team of about 60 to 70 members, and you only have 42 days to complete a major project. So that takes a lot of work. So he dedicated a lot of his time, you know, from the beginning. He would stay to about 6:30 every day, you know, working with us, making sure this stuff is completed for the competition. So I really appreciate the time he put in, helping all the students who were interested in engineering to really immerse themselves in the field.
That's awesome.
I would really appreciate my pre-cal instructor from TSTC, Mr. Ardalani, because he was just a wonderful instructor. I learned a lot in that class, and then even afterwards we stayed in touch, and whenever I needed a recommendation or something, I would just send it like straight to him, and he would finish it in that night. And he's just a really great person, and I think he really taught me a lot about how to interact with the professor and how to just stay focused.
And that's so critical. You know, students come back oftentimes to our recent graduate luncheon, and they speak about that fear to go up to professors and have a conversation, and you all have conquered that because you all have had that experience. But freshmen, incoming freshmen to their first college or university, oftentimes that becomes a barrier. They don't want to go and speak to their professors and so forth. So you all are way ahead of the game in that area, which will take you really far. And so that's a great comment about that instructor. Obviously, he's pretty special, so he does a great job for it. Anyone else?
Oh yeah. I also I appreciate my 4th grade teacher, Ms. Rodriguez. Looking back now, I didn't notice at the time, but I was always like a step behind in like math and reading, and she actually like took her time to like to let us appreciate reading and math and skills, and she just really taught me to love like to read and do math and learn. So
what grade was that?
4th grade.
You remember your 4th grade?
She's my favorite teacher.
Wow, and what was her name?
Ms. Rodriguez.
Ms. Rodriguez.
When we were there, she was Teacher of the Year.
At what campus?
Wilson Elementary.
Wilson Elementary.
She's my favorite.
I'm going to go look her up and tell her. So what is one memorable experience you are taking with you from ECHS? One memorable experience.
I feel as if the most important thing I've learned at ECHS is definitely organization. In my entire high school career and throughout middle school and elementary school, I had never received any form of like discipline or detention or anything like that. It was my freshman year with Miss Poppy, and we were doing a project.
She gave you a referral?
No.
You said she was real nice.
I had forgotten a piece of my paper, and we're in a group, so it just didn't affect me, but it affected my group members as well. And she talked to me aside, and she was like, Sasha, it's very important to be prepared and be organized and have everything together. And she gave me a Focus Friday, and that was the first time. Yeah, and I cried. I called my dad. I was so upset. But looking back, I really appreciate that she did that, because now I have never forgotten a paper because I'm scared to get a Focus Friday.
I don't even want to ask what happens Focus Friday. Let's move on. So that was your freshman year?
Yes.
Wow.
So I remember that experience, and ever since then, I keep a calendar with me. I always have everything on my phone that I have to do. I make to-do lists. I now stay very organized because of Miss Poppy, and she's helped me so much. So I think I'll definitely remember to always stay organized and bring my paperwork, and remember that people depend on me, and I have to be responsible and do my part in projects and things. And
that is a memorable experience you'll take. Anyone else?
I think mine would be the end of sophomore year and going into sophomore summer, because as we end our sophomore year, we're eligible to take summer courses at TSTC. So it's a very it could be a very trying time for some of us because we don't have our teachers to support us. We're kind of supporting ourselves, and we're going on our own. We're leaving our houses at whether it's 8 a.m. in the morning or 3 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, and we're going to those summer courses. And I remember I had to take 3 in order to study abroad. So it was a lot of going back and forth between ECHS and TCC, trying to figure out my schedule. And there were so many classes that weren't available, I didn't think I was going to be able to go. And so finally, I had to sacrifice my evenings starting in May. I had to go to a 5:30 to 7:10 class every single Tuesday and Thursday all through summer. So I sacrificed my whole summer, but it really taught you with a little bit of hard work and dedication and putting some sacrifices in, it's going to be worth it.
Wow, that's a whole summer dedicated to school.
I think my most memorable experience, and I guess I wouldn't take it, it's just an experience, okay? We had to host the senior prom, and it was a lot of work, and we put so much effort into it, and it turned out really nice.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they didn't like it or something.
But we made sure, we had to come up with a playlist because our DJ canceled, and so did a quartet. Our quartet canceled too, so it was going to be really nice. But
well, she can sing over there, right? I mean,
but we had to make a playlist, and so Danielle made it, and she put in the song My Freeze Ray from Dr. Horrible, which is like our favorite thing. And we spent a week choreographing a dance to dance at prom.
Wow.
Yes. And I think that was my most memorable experience.
So that really brought you all together. Really,
It really did.
Wow. Awesome.
But we've been tight since. Actually, I think that's a good answer for me. One of my most memorable experiences would be a project that we were assigned by Ms. Jimenez in freshman year. And I actually think it was the first project our class was assigned cumulatively. I was terrified. I had never had to work on a major project in a group before, and I had so much trouble depending on people. And I think I had Abby and Ryan actually in my group for that. And oh my God,
I just gave you a thumbs up over there, even though you're a Longhorn, but that thumbs up.
I cannot tell you what that did. Like working together like that, and for the first time being together and working in a group in that way, brought us together in ways that I can't even really explain.
Wow.
Like coming together to work through this major obstacle that we had never faced before brought us really close together, and I can probably accredit our really close friendship to that experience now, and I'm so thankful.
Now, was that your senior year or?
That was our freshman year.
Oh, and she cried in her freshman year, and they gave you a big project with her?
Freshman year is so stressful.
Yeah, speaking of projects, it was around Thanksgiving of freshman year. We had 5 simultaneous projects to work on. And I was suffering from the flu at the time. But it definitely taught me, that no matter how stressful situations seem, if you really put your mind to completing something, you really can do it. It's like I said, I was pretty sick, and the last thing I wanted to do was work on 5 projects at the same time.
With other people.
With other people too. I didn't really know anybody at the beginning of freshman year, but we got it done. I mean, we got focused, and we did everything pretty well.
And
we survived.
That was before Thanksgiving?
It was around the time that Thanksgiving
So
was occurring.
Thanksgiving you ate a lot. I mean, just to make up for all the stress, right? So 5 projects. So there's a lot of projects that go on where people are required to work together and get to know each other.
As underclassmen, yes. We have the PBLs, and when we were freshmen and sophomores, our PBLs usually took place at the end of every quarter, so that's why we had to do so many.
Wow.
And
Well,
that's, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's like a thing about ECHS, Freshman year and sophomore year is all focused mostly at the early college campus, and there we do so much work, and it's very stressful, but at the end, our class is 78 students, and all of these kids who stuck through it, those are the people who made it. We all tried our best, and we know that we can get through it.
That's awesome. And it shows you persistence and
Yes.
being able to work yourself through it. Anyone else on a memorable experience?
I'm sorry.
Another Focus Friday. No.
Going off what Brianna was saying, most of But you didn't say anything.
No, I didn't.
But we thought about you. Go ahead, Sasha.
As they were saying, our freshman and sophomore year is mostly focused at early college high school, and that was just like a stressful time for all of us, I believe. But I think that helped that transition. It helped that transition to TSCC because we do work at. We do work in projects at TSCC, but it's with TSCC students. So we started off getting to know each other with those projects, and that helped us at TSCC because then we learned how to work in projects. So we had strangers there that we had to work with, so it made it a lot more easier to transition and to know how to work in a group.
Because the classes are mixed, right? It's
Yeah.
ECHS students and whoever else is taking that section. Well, you all have gotten some really memorable experiences. And so let me ask you, now that you're at the senior level and you're close to commencement, graduation is around the corner, what advice would you give to incoming freshmen?
Do not procrastinate.
The main advice, right?
Yeah.
Don't procrastinate.
It is so easy to do.
Okay.
I would say remember that high school begins on your very first day of freshman year, and it ends on your last day of senior year. Like we've been saying throughout the interview, freshman and sophomore year specifically are incredibly important, and oftentimes, students are still transitioning, so they may not place as much importance on initial academics. But you have to remember that, you're going to be in high school the whole time, so, you need to start being dedicated to your work the very first second you're there, and you have to continue all the way through if you want to be successful.
So it's start to end.
Start to end.
Foundation.
Yep,
Yes.
strong
Very strong
foundation.
I think what I would also tell them was that you can't be complacent. You can't just think, oh, that's good enough. This 91 is good enough, because I think a lot of people think that way. But when you come into the school, the top 10, they make probably 95s or higher, and I had to really wedge my way into top 10 because I was very complacent in the very beginning. But you always have to remember to progress and always do better. And this 90 I did, but I'm pretty sure I could do better. You always
So
have to
always
have that
push
mentality.
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, because everybody else is pushing themselves too.
Yes.
Yes.
Great advice.
A main message, I guess, from everyone would be try your hardest in everything you do. No matter what, do all of the extra credit, do all of your assignments and homework to the best of your abilities, because it really matters. And I know, no one wants to do homework or wants to read a textbook.
People think that all the top 10 students want to do homework.
Yeah.
Give me more. Give me more.
But it's about trying your hardest and really disciplining yourself. So you just have to stay on track and stay focused. Know what your goals are and how you can reach them.
And I think you mentioned, Sasha, the importance of getting involved early on, not just at the junior, senior level, but starting freshmen. That was great advice also for incoming freshmen. Who else wants to tell the incoming freshmen what this is your chance? I mean,
I think I know us all here, we always talk about academics, trying your best, stay focused, do your work. But there's also you have to find a balance, and you have to have fun and make friends and surround yourself with people who are as dedicated as you. Issa, Brianna, and her sister Gabby were best friends, and we all just really strive for the best, and we want to have good grades. And that's you have to be with people who want to do good and just have fun still. We have so many fun memories, and I love I love everyone at our school.
And it's really making time to have fun, right? And
Yes.
enjoying having a great balance. And I see that in the conversations that you all have is your involvement. And you would think that in a small specialty school, there's not enough things to get involved in, but there are plenty of things. If you want to be involved, you can be involved. So great advice. Now, what else would you tell the incoming freshmen that, looking back, you would have listened to the same advice?
I think I would tell them is because in the beginning you get nervous when you go to early college high school because it's such a small campus. And you're kind of shy in the beginning, but you just need to remember that these people, they accepted everyone. They didn't, no matter who they were or what they liked or what they didn't like. And we became such a family that I'm pretty sure I would know one thing about one of these people, probably in our whole entire school senior class.
That's a big memory to
Yes.
take, and that's a memorable experience. Name one thing you learned in high school that's going to make you even a stronger student as you move on to college at a different institution, not TSTC?
Like these other students emphasized, and like you also pointed out, is that ability that we have obtained through TSTC on how to interact at a post-secondary education institution. And I think that that is probably one of the biggest obstacles, aside from academics and such, that incoming college students are going to face, is finding their place in these institutions and how to interact with professors and with their peers. They're in a whole group of other extremely intellectual students. And I think that aside from the experience and the rigor that we've been encountering at the school, is going to be that ability to go ahead and understand, okay, well, this is how you can meet with a professor, and this is how you ask for help, and this is how you go to a tutoring session, and this is how you send out an email when you're not sure how something is working. And that is a huge advantage that I think our class and our whole school is going to take with us, and that's what's going to help us the most.
Well, then how to build a schedule, a college schedule. You know, what does a college transcript look like? You know, and that's so critical. I totally agree with you. That is something that's going to make you all even stronger. What else is going to make you stronger? That you learned in high school that you say, I'm a stronger person as I move on?
I think you finally realize, like, these courses, they are important, and you can't slack off, and you can't be like, oh, 70, I passed. Like, you have to be ready, because if you want to go into a graduate school, like, they will look at your grades, and they're going to want you to have, like, all A's, because it's a very competitive world. So.
And what goes on your college transcript stays there. Like, it's something that a lot of us, like, we know it, but, I mean, some students don't realize, if you're freshman year and you decide to be like, oh, it's just an art appreciation class, it's not going to affect me.
It's just a Spanish class. Okay, let's move on, right?
But yes,
he already learned his lesson.
Yeah, this is your college transcript. I mean, this is gonna stay there. You're not gonna shy away from it. It's there permanently.
And some incoming freshmen to their post-secondary experience are going to learn that for the first time, and you all are already 2 years into that lesson learned. So
I think that discipline has been really critical for us.
Yeah.
That's going to be critical. And I think the other thing that really resounds across all of you is get involved. You know, get involved in things as you move on to the next part of your journey. And so, critical. You all are really smart young folks. I was going to say young kids, but no kids anymore. So we're going to start with Ryan. Okay. Since she picked on you, Ryan. So anyway, so where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Wow. I see myself in 10 years.
You'll be like 21 because you look real young.
I wouldn't say I'll still be studying. I'll probably be doing it off my off time, but hopefully, since UC Dallas connected to a lot of businesses.
That's right.
Hopefully, I'll be done with my master's and working for them.
Good.
Prepared to get back into school, because honestly, it's not over.
There's always school to go to. Yeah. 10 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I see myself, well, my goals are to be a reconstructive surgeon, or right now, that's what I'm aiming for. It could change, but I definitely want to be in the medical field, so in 10 years, I see myself being in my residency stage of my career, hopefully getting the training and education that I need to change people's lives.
Great, great. Sister, where are you going to be?
Well, with me. We have similar goals. So, pretty much the same place. My goal is to become a plastic surgeon. So I know that's going to take a lot of time. I'll probably still be learning and doing my residency, but I know it's going to pay off. So hopefully I'll be enjoying myself and learning what I need to learn to be successful.
Sasha, 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I'll be 27.
That's very young.
Hopefully, I'll be teaching students and changing lives and making an impact My teachers definitely changed my life for me, so I hope to do the same. And I just want to become how my teachers are, because HCASD has amazing teachers, and I credit my success to them as well, because they have impacted my life so much. So I wish to do the same, and I want to be there in 10 years helping students just like my teachers helped me.
It's going to happen for you, Sasha. I see it in your eyes. Awesome. Anyone else? 10 years from now.
Well, I'll be 27 too. But actually, well, you see, I think globally. I don't want to stay within the Valley. I don't want to stay within Texas or United States for that matter. Like, I envision myself in some international company living in either Europe or Asia or somewhere, and then I want to have at least 5 languages under my belt. I want to be fluent in at least 5 languages. I already have 3, so I need 2 more to go. So hopefully UT Austin will help me out on that. And just basically go into philanthropy. If I'm a successful businesswoman, I should have enough money financial-wise. I should be able to go ahead and help out communities all over the world.
Good for you. Good for you. Anyone else?
For me, I'm going to be 28.
You'll be the oldest one.
I'm going to taste the cake.
Remember, y'all are rooming too. Oh, no, it's over here. Go ahead.
No, I'm rooming.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
all
us
3 of
three.
you?
Yes,
So
sir.
you have to be nice to each other.
By then, I should have my master's in information technology and systems management. Hopefully, I'm applying that. Maybe by then, I'll be married. Have a nice little family. Just starting off.
Now you make them feel bad. Nobody said no.
And then hopefully, I can support my family with that. Trying to aim high. Have a nice life.
You will, as long as you stay focused. It's going to work out for you all. So, all right. So now we get to the point where you're given an opportunity to give a shout out and thank someone for his or her contribution to your success. And so this is your chance to thank someone out there, or a couple of people, or whoever you think you need to, and really credit them and thank them for your current success. So we'll start with you.
Well, I'd like to thank my 4 siblings, Jordan, Ryan, Sarah, and Zachary. They all went to college before me, so I definitely wouldn't be in this position without them. They gave me a ton of advice, told me exactly what I should be applying for, what I should expect at this point in my life, so I really couldn't do it without them. And obviously my parents, I know when I'm at home I don't show my support enough, but considering I'm not around them, I guess this is a perfect opportunity to really show my appreciation.
I am beyond thankful to my older sister, Andrea, who has opened her home and her life to me, and as well as to to my brother-in-law, Mike. I'm so grateful that they are part of my life. I have no idea where I would be without them, and despite, the little sibling quarrels that we have, and we're always getting on each other's nerves, and sometimes we're at each other's throats, but they know that I love them, and I do. I love you guys so much. And without you guys, I would be a huge mess. I would be in tears all of the time from all of the stress, but you guys just take that off my shoulders, and you make me smile every single day, and I am so grateful for you to that, and I love you so much.
I think I would thank my family and friends, my mom, my 2 sisters, my best friends, Gabby and Bree, and just everyone here. Like, their constant support and encouragement has really pushed me to try my best and become what I am today. I couldn't be here without the constant support that everyone gives me. So I'd just like to say thank you for that.
I would like to thank my mom. I know how much she's sacrificed for me to go to school and to have everything I've ever wanted or needed, and she's always been there for me. And I know it's really cliche, but she's there for me when I need her, and she's supported me all this time. I also want to thank my little brother, because he's taught me a lot about life and how to enjoy it and not to just focus on academics completely. And to my older sister, even though we fight, she's still my best friend. So I want to thank my family.
I want to start off by thanking the administration at ECHS. They're so wonderful, all the teachers, including those at TSTC. everyone who's helped me with recommendation letters, all that stuff. And especially like my grandparents, they're so supportive of me. They go to all the banquets. They just are full of love. My sisters, Lexi and Issa, like I love these girls so much. Like Issa, she just always gets me, like she helps me so much. She pulls me with her, like we're just so close. And especially my mom, I love her so much. She's so perfect. She's so supportive. That's just who I'd like to thank.
Right.
I'd like to take a moment to thank my family as well. I'd like to thank my dad for everything that he's done for me. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. And my mom, of course, and my 3 brothers. They're so wonderful. And I'd like to thank my grandparents as well. Hola, abuela, hola, abuelo. And everyone that supported me throughout the way. Just so many people have impacted my life. So if you know me, either you're close to me or not, I just want to say thank you so much.
I'd like to thank my parents because of the fact that they show the most support. They're my parents. I live with them every single day. I don't know how I actually got here without my parents. You've done more than you think. I'd also like to thank my brother Joseph because he went to ECHS before me. He showed me tips about how to get through the area, just like Dylan. He told me what teachers to take and stuff like that, and of course everyone else here at ECHS also showed me what teachers to take. Thank you if you did. And I'd also like to thank anyone who drove me home every single day.
That's a good one.
I should learn how to, well, I should really start driving. So, that's it.
For me, it was, I gotta start off with my parents, of course. My dad, they've been a huge support throughout my whole entire life. They've always pushed me to do better and better than what I thought was possible, so I thank them for that. Of course, I gotta thank the rest of my family and all my friends, not just the ones here, but the ones back taking classes right now. And actually, Ryan's brother's friend, Dante, he was a big help in helping me get classes and really just being there. And he's kind of helped me, adjust to college back when I was a freshman and sophomore. Big help, and I gotta give a huge thank to my favorite teacher, Mr. Rajo Gutierrez, middle school, 8th grade algebra 1. He was the biggest help I've ever had. He got me 6th grade in UIL math and just pushed me and always knew I could do better. And no matter what I said I couldn't do it. He said, no, you can do it. You just have to try. And such a big help.
All right, well, first of all, we always have to thank our parents. Without them, we wouldn't really be in the world now, would we? And especially my grandmother. Without my grandmother, I wouldn't be able to, I would have never learned about how big the world is, and my yearn to travel, my passion for travel would have never existed, really. And then, of course, I'd like to thank Pat and Jerry, my neighbors, because without them, I would have never found out about the study abroad. I never would have found out about Rotary Youth Exchange. And then, of course, my piano teacher, Julie Dale, because without her, I wouldn't have been introduced to the wonderful world of music, as well as every single teacher who told me I could be the next president, every single friend who told me that I was going to make it big, and just everyone I meet, everyone at the museum, at the Harlingen Arts and Heritage Museum. Thank you for inviting me in and showing me how much history is really important to us. Thanks.
Okay. I'd like to thank my friends at ECHS. I'd especially love to thank Elle and Isa because outside of my family, they have always been supportive of me through my classes and everything. I'd especially love to thank my twin sister, Gabrielle Ramirez, because every step of the way she was there with me with every struggle and class we took, and my little sister, Reagan. And I especially want to thank my mom and dad because they were there and through thick and thin and always reminded me you got to have passion and dedication to succeed and you're going to do it. So I'd especially love to thank them.
So just a little bit about life. And so one day you're going to enter the workforce, and given no undue bad circumstance of any kind, you're going to work about 30 or 40 years of your life. And so with that reality, I encourage you to find your passion, dedicate your time, lean into your fears, not away from them. lean into them and overcome them, and focus on the right stuff. Have a balance, and I think all of you have said that. I will tell you, as the superintendent of schools, I sit here very proud of the students in our school district and extremely proud of your accomplishments. You are the reason why we come to work every day. You're the reason why I enjoy what I do every day. And people ask me, how come you're always smiling and so forth? Because I have the best job ever. This is what I wanted to do, and you continue to affirm that this is the best job ever. And so I thank you for protecting your name and doing the right thing. But I also thank you for advancing our HCISD brand. We have a tremendous school district, and you all are evident of that. Every one of you has done extremely well. And so I enjoy it every day that I come to work, and I wish that for each and every one of you, that wherever your life takes you, that you're going to be embracing the very best part of life, because you certainly deserve it. You've worked hard. Anything that the district has done to support you, the main thing here is you've supported each other and you've advanced your work. So super proud. I'm very proud.
We are HCISD.